My name is Wilf Bartlett. I was born in the beautiful community of Lushes Bight, Notre Dame Bay. I was born in February the 5th, 1936. Well, I was between 12 and 13, I think, and the one thing that stands out in my mind is that there's a local woman there. In fact, she was my next door neighbor that was in favor of Confederation, and she was going around a campaign, and her motto was, they say you got to pay taxes. Well, what do they mean? You get the baby bonus to come right in between. You know, that was a good one. And I've used that in many letters I wrote over the years. Not in a good way, because we've paid dearly for our baby bonus, in my opinion. We got unemployment, that's one good thing. And the baby bonus certainly wasn't very much back there then, but where I think I turned against it is when I got involved in the fishery and I saw what Canada was doing to our fishery. As as Gus would say, a good friend of mine, the Captain Martin, would say that we brought into Confederation the greatest food basket in the world, the cod in Newfoundland, and Newfoundland was born on cod. The only reason we're for the cod and other things, and every come there's not one place in Newfoundland is not touched by the codfish, except maybe Terranova or scattered little place like that. And anyway, within less than 30 years coming in Confederation, all of a sudden, this great food basket just disappeared just because it was mismanaged by the federal government. For one thing, I don't know if they really paid much attention to it, but if you look at historical data, that we was harvesting close to 800,000 metric tons of cod in a year, in 2J2KL alone. And it got down to the point just before the moratorium that we were down to less than 100,000 a year or something in the three zones. I mean, it's ridiculous. And one of the reasons was that most of the fish that was being caught was caught by foreign countries. France and Germany and not so much Germany, but Russia and Portugal and Fisheries Islands, all these places were coming in and dragging up whatever they could and taking it back to their own countries, and certainly they're still doing it on the Grand Banks, place where they can get their fish in Newfoundland or can. And that's what happened to the fisheries. Too much pressure onto it. Well, I've got to blame Joey Smallwood and every other premier that we've had since. The only one I know that tried to do anything about it was Danny Williams. The problem is, I guess, Newfoundland, being like they're nice, kind people and everything else, I mean, they watched it all go by and they just stood by and thought they could do nothing. And what should have happened, well, I always said what happened, that we got no fighting Newfoundlanders left. They all died in the two wars. There's nobody left to fight anymore. And they can practically do what they like with us. But it's been a fight. I know there's a lot of us over the years. Started off with Captain Martin, Tom Bess, myself, and Pat Cabot up Labrador Coast, and etc. and the rest of them. Tried to make our voices known, try to get something stopped. That was around the late 70s and 80s when everything started to go bottom up. But we couldn't get no help. Not so much, nothing from the fishermen, very little. We couldn't get any from our municipal leaders, our politicians, our mayors, or people on councils. It seemed like they didn't give a damn. Everyone in Newfoundland, every mayor, in 99% of the mayors in Newfoundland is in fishing communities. That communities that depend on the fishery for survival wouldn't be there without it. And the politicians in Newfoundland did lip service to it, that's all. And the only way you could win is if the little fellow and all the rest, like I said, right on up through, got involved, tried to do something about it. We had our industry destroyed, what we depended on. People have to leave. I mean, I believe there's 30,000 left Newfoundland 1 year to go up the mainland. Nothing else they could do. No income from the family. You had no unemployment. If you can't get fish, you can't get on. If you don't work, you don't get no unemployment. You had no other choice. Pack it all up on trailers, going up the mainland. And these people now, they're still up there, never bothered to come back. Because actually there's nothing to come back to.